Hi, I am Melody and aspiring to become a real estate broker someday. I will be taking an examination on April and I am preparing some pointers to review for the upcoming 2024 real estate brokers licensure examination. Which of the following terms will include the interest, benefit, and rights inherent in the ownership of real estate? A. Chattel, B. Real property, C. Personal property, D. Trade fixtures. The answer is real property. Real property refers to land and any structures or improvements attached to it. It includes the interests, benefits, and rights that come with owning real estate, such as the right to possess, use, and transfer the property. Chattel refers to personal property that is movable, while personal property refers to any property that is not real property. Trade, fix- trade fixtures are items that are attached to the property for business purposes, but can be removed by the tenant. Therefore, real property is the correct term that encompasses the interests, benefits, and rights inherent in the ownership of real estate. Which of the following is considered to be real property? A. Leasehold estate. B. Fixtures. C. Chattels. D. Trade fixtures. The answer is fixtures. Fixtures would be considered to be real property because they are items that are permanently attached to the land or property and cannot be easily removed without causing damage. They become part of the property and are therefore considered real property. Servient estate is an easement appurtenant is the property. A. Owned by the landlord. B. On which the easement is placed. C. That benefits from the easement. D. Found by the tenant. On which the easement is placed. In an easement appurtenant, the servant estate refers to the property on which the easement is placed. The easement is a right or privilege granted to the owner of another property, known as the dominant estate, to use a portion of the servant estate for a specific purpose. Therefore, the servant estate is the property that is burdened by the easement and allows the owner of the dominant estate to benefit from it. Uncle died without a will, and you inherited his real estate. The way in which you would acquire his estate is by A. Accession, B. Succession, C. Escheat, D. Avulsion. Succession. Succession because when someone dies without a will, their property is distributed to their heirs according to the laws of intestate succession. As the nephew or niece of the deceased, you would be considered an heir and would therefore inherit the real estate. An earthquake tore away some of the land on your farm recently. This is an example of A. Accession, B. Avulsion, C. Accretion, D. Erosion. E. Avulsion. Avulsion refers to the sudden and rapid removal of land by natural forces such as earthquakes, floods, or landslides. In this scenario, the earthquake caused a portion of the land on the farm to be torn away, which aligns with the definition of avulsion. This term is used specifically when there is a sudden and noticeable change in the boundaries of a property due to the, fo- due to the forceful action of nature. Which of the following is physical characteristic of land? A. Scarcity. B. Sites. C. Permanence of investment. D. Immobility. B. Immobility. Immobility is a physical characteristic of land because it refers to the fact that land cannot be moved from one location to another. Unlike other assets or goods, land is fixed in its location and cannot be transported or relocated. This immobility is a fundamental feature of land that affects its value and use. It is an important consideration in real estate and urban planning, as the location of land plays a crucial role in its desirability and potential for development. The answer is D. Immobility. Eminent domain. Eminent domain is the correct answer because it refers to the government's power to take private property for public use as long as just compensation is provided to the owner. Maria objected to the violation of a deed of restriction in her subdivision, but waited 1 year to request a court injunction to enforce the restriction. The judge subsequently ruled that Maria had waited too long to request for court action. The judge would not issue this injunction. Maria's loss is an example of A. Accession, B. Laches, C. Reviction, D. Annexation. B. Laches. Laches refers to the unreasonable delay or negligence in asserting one's legal rights, which can result in the loss of those rights. In this case, Maria objected to the violation of a deed of restriction in her subdivision, but waited 1 year before requesting a court injunction to enforce the restriction. The judge ruled that Maria had waited too long to request court action, indicating that she had been negligent in asserting her rights in a timely manner. As a result, the judge refused to issue the injunction, and Maria suffered a loss due to her delay in taking legal action. The water rights of a landowner adjacent to a stream are known as A. Equitable rights, B. Littoral rights, C. Riparian rights, D. Appropriation rights. C. Riparian rights. Riparian rights refers to the water rights of landowner who owns property adjacent to a stream. These rights allow the landowner to use the water for reasonable and beneficial purposes, such as irrigation or drinking water, as long as it does not interfere with the rights of other riparian owners. Riparian rights are based on the concept of natural flow and are common in common law jurisdictions. They are different from appropriation rights, which involve obtaining water rights through a permit or legal process. Equitable rights and littoral rights are not applicable in this context. Commercial real estate includes all of the following except A. Office buildings for sale, B. Retail space for lease, C. Apartment for rent, D. Fast food restaurant for rent. C. Apartment for rent. Commercial real estate refers to properties that are used for business purposes such as office, buildings, retail spaces, and fast food restaurants. These properties are typically bought, sold, or leased for commercial activities. However, apartments for rent are considered residential properties, as they are used for residential purposes rather than commercial activities. Therefore, apartments for rent are not included in the category of commercial real estate. That's all for now. Thank you.